if you give the Eve para sa Vamos, ang lakas na combo agad yung makukuha nila. Instead, they will just go for the Arlot this time and then the Valentina.
Okay, so yung kopya tactic is obviously gonna be there from start to finish. Depende na lang kung i-overwhelm ba ng Team Vamos to because they already have the Fatal Links. That could be a potential copy. Setup potential din naman para dito sa Arlot. So I can definitely say that Team Falcons has some room to move around here. They just don't have a huge amount of burst kung tutuusin dahil nga dito sa first two picks na meron sila. On the other hand, Team Vamos just went with it. Tapos may pumasok na bago. Eudora is back. I did not expect to see this kind of pick so early, Wolf. Pero hey, welcome to the new age.
Welcome to the new age.
Ayun yung Akai, of course.
Eudora and in combination with the Atlas, I can see it. Pero ang pinakamasakit talaga dyan na combo is the Guinevere plus this Eudora. And if you don't know, yung mga skills kasi ni Eudora, I believe it's called the Semiconductor, that's passive. And syempre yung general kit na meron ng sa Eudora is yung burst damage. In itself, magandang combo na siya with the Gwyn. Kasi pag may natalunan ka sa Gwyn, gusto mo i-burst yun, AoE naman yung ult ni Eudora and yung mga spells niya in general. However, tingin ko yung isa pang added na bonus dito is that magic penetration that you can also get in combination with this Guinevere. So, mapapalakas yung Guinevere. And you will notice dito sa Vamos, gusto talaga nila na pumatay ng mabilis as much as possible. Even yung Akai can melt kapag natalo na dito ng Gwyn na mayroong magic penetration na bigay nitong isang Eudora.
Yeah, so Boyet's gonna have to be really careful kasi nabanggit mo nga mabilis silang mababurst down kung sakali na hindi sila mag-ingat. And in addition, Akai, sure, he may be tanky pero kailangan niyang isipin yung mga tatargetin niya using that heavy spin para makakuha sila ng panalo eventually, as both of these teams kind of gotten a little bit of everything. Para sa Team Falcons, Mena, siguro comfort picks ito, especially that Akai na nakuha ni Boyet. Pero sa Team Vamos, binibigyan tayo ng something new. Binibigyan tayo ng kaunting bago dahil sa karamihan ng mga setups and crowd control skills na meron sila. Just, again, immediate trust mula dito kay Coach Pakbet na sige, piliin natin to. Let's overwhelm them with the stuns and hope for the best right after that.
So it's going to be the Bakito, Yuzong, typical naman yan. And then, interesting na nagban sila dito ng Moscow without without an actual na parang tell na makakita ka dito ng isang Claude. Wala pa siyang kina-counter on their side. However, feeling ko ang reason why they banned this Moscow is they might not have enough na map control with their side. And of course, kailangan mo kasi ng hard carry in combination with the Akai. Very quick on the show, isa sa mga paboritong gamitin ni Troll from time immemorial. And even when naban yung Beleric, they still managed to get a hero that fits their profile. A good combination with the Arlot in general. Kailangan lang nila dito ng isang damage dealer na, which is interesting kasi baka kapusin sila sa dulo kasi pag early game ang pinili nilang hero, wala silang pang late game. Pag late game naman, yung kanilang piniling marksman is pwede silang ma-run over ng mga rotations ng Guinevere with this Eudora. So, I think yung Vamos are gonna be looking for mid-game centric na marksman dito. It's going to be the Claude this time. And then yun yung mid-game centric nila, Lapu-Lapu. Sobrang lakas sa early to mid nitong Vamos and they wanna close this out with that Claude. What a nice draft from them. And now, the dilemma comes. Ano ang pipiliin mo dito? Carry if you are Falcons?
Yeah, I think that's the only choice that you have kasi kailangan mo ng pansagot dun sa late eh.
Or maybe Bruno.
When you're looking at this para sa ating dalawang teams, I was kind of worried on the fact that there you go. Bruno, like you said, plan B. Pag naisip mo yung plan B, go with plan B. Kasi bakit mo isipin yung plan B kung may plan A ka na? Anyway, eto na yung Bruno. Asano's comfort pick as well. I would say na early to mid-game centric din ang lineup dito ngayon na hawak-hawak ng Team Falcons, Mena. They don't have a lot of burst dahil nga yung magic damage nila is kind of out of the question already dahil dun sa Valentina na hawak-hawak nila. But because of the skills na meron nitong kupunan na ito, baka posible na makapalag-palag sila in terms of the team fights. But a lot of kits ang hawak nitong Team Vamos kung team fight lang talaga pag-uusapan.
Yeah. So, I'm curious kung paano nila i-execute itong Eudora, but I already see the reason why they picked it up. Ito yung kanilang ito na rin lang dito yung may kita natin na one side, hindi naman one side, pero parang more like the MO. Para alam mo yung obvious na gusto nilang gawin.
Yeah, I think for now, this is definitely gonna be the case here for them. As the attack is officially gonna happen para sa ating dalawang teams. It is Team Vamos, the runner-ups from Malaysia, facing off against Team Falcons, Mena, the runner-ups of MPL Mena, para umpisahan na ang ating pinakaunang laban in this MSC 2026 group stage.
Yeah.
This is, again, anticipated at ang tagal hinintay ito ng napakaraming Pilipino para magka-ML na kagad, as Klokun is gonna be feeling the damage, so he's gonna be backing away after that.
If you think about it, parang lagpas isang almost 2 months ang hinintay natin para sa EWC at makita na tayo ngayon ng mga MLBB at its highest degree, and just very happy to see Eudora sa pinakaunang match natin because it tells us na nagiging creative na yung mga teams natin, and Eudora went for the ignition sabay inspire, so more like a CD cooldown. I think ipapares talaga nila to sa isang Guinevere, magic based na hero, tapos mataas din yung damage output, so if you combine yung Eudora plus the Guinevere, you can see a lot of explosions later on.
Yep, but so far, those explosions, hindi pa natin masyado nakikita yan. Aside from Klokun going back to the base, wala pa masyadong interesting na rotations ang ginagawa ang ating dalawang teams, except for Error 404 na ngayon ay nandito na sa taas, and Sanji has been very careful with his approaches. Tila nakaamoy, nakaramdam siya na merong nagbabadyado na extra na magsi-spatial jump and spatial migration, so he's not gonna have to worry about any of that as the turtle is about to spawn.
Yeah. Gonna be focusing on this turtle for now. Boyet, of course, dahil din sa mga jungle camps na nakuha nila dito is level 4 agad.
Oh, they might want to go for this one right away, pero hindi pa naman siya mamamatay. Medyo mabubuhay pa siya. Pakapag-buy time pa ng contest. Sanji still gonna be staying alive. Nagamit na rin yung heavy spin. And all of a sudden, may final slash pa isasama. Sepat might be going down here in the first blood, pero may Fatal Links. What an initiation na nagmula dito kay Coffin. Biglang naubos yung nasa itaas ng Vamos, and it's Team Falcons Mena getting 4 kills and maybe the turtle as well.
Vamos being the one to pull the trigger first, pero napakahusay talaga nitong si Sanji at double eye yun. Sanji with the double eye, gamit dito yung kanyang final slash to actually take out Sepat. Sepat is already very tanky because of the passive na armor or resistance niya, physical resistance na nakuha niya from his hit. So hindi siya ganun kadaling patumbayin. We also were talking about how Falcons Mena does not have enough damage in the early stages kumpara sa Vamos. Pero dahil may tulong ng Torre na tanggal nila yung pinakamakunat na hero doon, all they had to do was now nail the shot afterwards. 4-0 ang simula dito para sa Falcons Mena. They get the turtle on top of that, and in just 3 minutes, lamang na sila ng 2,200 gold. Napaka-dominant na early game dito para sa Falcons Mena.
Oo, biglang lobo, no? Tapos naramdaman mo kaagad, kahit si Boyet, naka 202 na rin. So, mas magiging makunat to eh. Ito yung sinasabi mo kanina, Wolfe, na kapag hindi nag-iingat yung Team Falcons Mena at hindi nag-iingat si Boyet sa pwesto niya, siya kagad yung malalatagan ng damage. And fortunately for him, for some reason, siguro narinig niya tayo or in any other sort of way, nahanapan niya ng paraan para sila makapag-initiate. But as of this moment, ang aatakihin nila ay walang iba kundi itong si Troll, pero mabubuhay pa naman siya using that Jet Kondo to be able to escape. What a way for him to get out of that situation. Isipin mo, dalawang ultimates yun na nanggaling dito sa koponan ng Vamos, but to no avail. Hindi pa rin nila nahanap yung kill. In fact, dito na lang sila pupunta kay Boyet. Yung heavy spin ay nagamit na rin kontra sa 5. 5 ba yun?
4 of them at least. Nandun
okay.
yung Claude. I'm not sure kung nasama yung Claude dun sa unang laban, but that was a lot of resources to force out the heavy spin. However, 30 seconds pa kasi yung Lord. Tingin ko naman, wala pang heavy spin sa pagka-spawn ng Lord. But this will give Falcons a little bit of an opening kasi wala naman silang ibang na-force out. They have all of the battle spells available dito para sa Falcons Mena, so and now they will initiate.
Oh, what a way of the Dragon. Still, Sepat's gonna be able to escape. Ito na yung talon. May kasama pa Fatal Links. Tapos nasama pa doon sa Violet Requiem. Yan na yung dalawa na pagkapatayang na nakuha dito ng Vamos, and they're gonna be doing this individually as Sano is gonna be bursted down to pieces pero may kakapitan pa rin naman siya. Unfortunately for Falcons Mena, yung pagong ay hindi na nila maaantay pa as Vamos is gonna be taking one for the team.
They did not have the heavy spin and they fought nang wala yung Bruno nila. So nakita natin yung damage problems when they initiated. At makita naman natin yung sa kabila. Vamos, when they nailed this Fatal Links, which they did not have dun sa top lane clash kanina, it was comboed up with the Eudora. At nakita natin yung damage output na meron dito yung Vamos. Syempre, capped up with this Guinevere na masakit din talaga in the early stages. Dahil dyan na tanggalan ng 1,000 ang Falcons Mena.
At natanggalan sila ng 500 doon kasi pwede sana yun eh. Makikil na sana nila yun. Sure ball, 500 yun. Kaso maling anggulo. Ngayon sila na naman ang babawian. Si Troll ang medyo naipit pero madedepensahan pa rin naman nila yung kanilang magiging kalaban or actually not anymore. It's Vamos taking another one na tinatapyasan nila. Paunti-unti yung gold lead na hawak nitong Mena.
And I would say, nako po, yung Vamos na built in the early to the mid game that we talked about because of this Eudora plus the Guinevere, naabot na nila yung gusto nilang maabot kanina. So, I believe this 500 gold from Falcons Mena, hindi na natin mararamdaman. And I think it's mainly because they have not been using this Bruno. Hindi ko pa nakikita para dito sa Falcons Mena paano sila umikot dun sa may Bruno. Hindi pa nila nagamit sa mga team fights at nawawalan kasi to ng lakas in the end. The problem I have with Falcons Mena right now is that they're not utilizing this Bruno accordingly. This time lalagay nila sa may gitna. Let's see. It seems like hindi pa nga nila talaga totally magamit. They're just farming with the Bruno right now.
Yeah, medyo tinotodo nila tong early or kung hindi pa nila tinotodo, kailangan itodo na nila dito because this can make or break their situation. Nasa the moment, ano naman si Ziki pa talagang pinuruhan nila yung XP laner na yon as that is gonna be, or actually the roamer going down in favor of Team Falcons Mena. Angat na naman sa 1,000 yan pero may nahanap silang eskinita na dito sila papalag na paunti-unti. It's gonna be Troll actually escaping from that situation. Sepat, tinamaan ang hangin dun sa kanyang espada as Troll is gonna be safely securing this na may kasama pang konting Boyet highlights for some reason. Ay, doon yung Boyet. Bigla lumabas si Boyet, man.
Masyadong pogi si Boyet dito eh. Now they're utilizing the Bruno.
Oh, okay. I see it. Spatial, Violet Requiem. Tapos sila pa makakuha ng pagong. Now it's gonna be a major turn para dito sa Team Vamos dahil alam nila na nasa kanila na yung damage and it's gonna be Boyet going down as well. Isasama pa yati si Sanji. Tutulong si Coffin pero wala na siya masyado magagawa pa. Sanji with 3 eyes will be going down. Kasama na yung 3 eyes sa 3 sa namatay sa Team Falcons Mena.
What a crazy whiff coming out from the retribution mula dito.
Uy!
Sa dalawang junglers natin. They will reach it once again. Kaya-kaya kasi that's just the Valentina. They know they have the damage. This is their power spike at 7 minutes and 46 seconds. Manaramdaman na natin ng strict itong composition ng Vamos that everyone can melt. Most especially kung Valentina ka lang na nahuli bigla doon. That was a costly error mula dito sa Falcons Mena, especially dun sa fact na hindi nila na-secure yung turtle. Wala silang heavy spin for the fight afterwards. At ngayon, yung 2.4k na lamang ng Falcons Mena napunta na sa Vamos. They're now leading by 2.6.
Oh, Coffin, medyo hindi kita na-gets dun ha. Nag-flicker papasok ka, tapos pinatal links mo pa. And I guess he was trying his best para maprotektahan sana yung Torres sa gitna. But in those kinds of moments, doon natin masasabi na kung sina ano yan, kung sina Carl yan, kung sina Kyle yan, papakawalan mo na talaga yan completely. You wouldn't wanna sacrifice anything else. Pero kung may pagbaboy naman sila gagawin, na Sepat's gonna be the one going down, pero may Cutler naman nasama. Heavy spin is gonna be utilized para kahit paano mabuhay iba sa mga members ng Team Falcons Mena. Instead, it's gonna be error 404 na mawawala din. Isama mo pa si Keith at biglang nabaliktad ang sitwasyon. Ito naman pala yung pagbawi. 2.6 yung lamang kanina pero nilagari ng Team Falcons Mena para makawalik sa laban na to.
Back-to-back errors from both teams. This time, Vamos, we can see through the replay. After that death, dapat hindi nila nilaban to. They try to go for the fatal links na malayo yung Eudora. Naman, ang layo pa nung pinuntahan niya. And by the time that he got there, wala nang humahawak sa mga members ng Team Falcons Mena. Of course, we were talking about how strong Vamos can be. Pero kung ganun na hindi kayo konektado, na malayo yung damage dealer nyo on the Eudora, that's definitely an error on their side. And bigla na lang nabura yung lamang na meron sila. It's mainly because of that shutdown onto Boyet, shutdown from Boyet, I mean, na nakuha nila yung gold na yun dun sa Guinevere.
Wolf, gusto ko lang sabihin, na-miss ko MSC.
Oo
Puro
nga eh.
suntukan eh. Puro
Grabe
suntukan,
to, no?
wala sila ibang ginagawa. Kung kaya nyong gawin, kaya din namin. And that has always been the scenario. Pero Troll has been isolated. Now it's gonna be a 4v5 scenario. Sandwich ang magiging plano dito ng Team Falcons Mena dahil nangalahati na naman ang buhay ng Lord. But eventually, they're gonna be putting it towards a reset. Natco's gonna be feeling the damage and both teams will be calming down. Pero bago ko sabihin
what a
yun,
reset.
nandito na naman itong Fatal Links ay idadamay na naman walang iba kundi itong si Sanji. But ultimates have already been used for in total para sa Vamos, kaya magbabakaway sila ng bahagya.
Wow. And that's a massive ultimate na burn dito ng Falcons Mena. No. Eudora ult. No. Green ult. Pwedeng lumaban sa ngayon.
Now Troll's gonna be fighting using that with
Oh,
the
no.
Dragon as well, pero nakuha pa rin to ng error 404 at ang Team Vamos and Malaysia's gonna be going ham para dito sa Team Falcons Mena. Bruno, kanilang una ng pinunteriya. Si Boyet nananakbo na pero wala na yata siya matatakbuhan pa. Coffin's gonna be joining the party, looking to help as well. Troll nagpatalbog pero hindi magpapakabog ang Team Vamos para mapagbagsak ng tatlong mga miyembro. And with that being said, 2.3k once again at yung Lord sa Malaysia mapupunta.
There must be something with what they're eating, both teams dito sa Paris. Di ko alam kung pagkain ba yan, kung
Baget.
hangin ba yan. Pero this is another error naman na masabi. Tignan mo yung sipa sabay final slash nilayo sa heavy spin. Medyo disconnected. Hindi pala medyo talagang disconnected ang Falcons Mena and they were heavily punished for it. Required ang Falcons Mena na maglaro dito ng maganda with their composition, with the Arlot, with the Cho, as well as the Akai. Parang magkakakampi sila pero magkakalaban sila dun sa moment na yun.
Nako pare, mahirap yan. Kakampi ka pero parang kalaban na patumba na naman yung inhibitor at in fact babagsak na naman yata pa isa-isa pero nakuha nila si Natco. This might be the turnaround na pwede maghintay ang puna ng Team Falcons Mena pero nawala naman yung dalawa sa kanila. It's gonna be another one going down as well. Andun yung Fatal Links ni Coffin. Gusto niya sana mabuhay pa pero hindi na siya makukuha. Cloakon's gonna be going down as well. 3v2 scenario or make it that 4v2 pero naging 3v2 ulit dahil wala na naman yung Lord. Humihinga pa ng bahagya yung Team Falcons Mena. Ginagawa nila yung best nila pero masyadong masakit. Bumalik ka pa talaga, sabi ni Error 404. Oy! Ano yung Violet Requiem and Spatial Migration? Oh my goodness! All of a sudden, Sano, napano ka boy?
Mapakanta na siya ng ano no? Perfect by Hubas Tank.
The reason.
The reason
by Hubas Tank.
Di pala yung perfect. The reason by Hubas Tank. Grabe! Akala niya,
Oh,
librang
my
kill
G.
na yun. Para dito kay Error 404, not respecting what we were talking about, the strength of the Guinevere. At this time, lapo-lapo naman yung kasama doon. And this, Bruno with just 3 items, including the Has Claws na hindi pa ganun kataas yung gold nun. So, sobrang under-farmed itong Bruno natin. Makunat sila sa ngayon, pero ang dami na nilang nagamit.
Lumaban si Sanji, ginamitan niya pa, tapos may
Super
naman
Flicker.
ginagawa. Super Flicker, gumana.
Grabe.
Si Nato yun ang una nawala. Paano nangyari yun? Pang-intergalactic yun. Imbis na pa ganun, gumanon. Pero
Imbis na
mission failed successfully.
Mission failed. Wait lang, successfully.
Oh my God.
May konting hesi, pare. After niya sipain, flicker, tumepak ng konting pause, sabay sipa, natuloy pa rin, napatay si Natco. At for some reason, hindi siya napag-purify, pare.
Grabe sa 2K.
Paano nangyari yun?
Sa 2K ko lang nakikita yun.
Naka-cooldown pala ang kanyang purify during that moment.
Naka-cooldown.
Okay, cooldown.
Kaya nagbuong cool daw itong si
Hey.
Man, I
Tama.
like it I like what I'm seeing from Troll Ngayon
Okay,
medyo
okay.
4v5 situation to. Hinahabol na naman, medyo naghahabol na naman. Wala iba kundi si Natco pero yung sipa na naman nagagawin itong si Troll. Wala pa yung follow-up damage. Nandun na naman yung Fatal Links. Kasama na naman yung balibagan at ang una mawawala iba kundi si Sanji. Troll, Falcons, kinakapitan pa rin nila to. Nandun na naman yung pagbagsak. Tinabas mo yung batalikuran. Si Sano naman ang mapapano at si Cloku na makakuha ng Lord. It's now gonna be a 3v5. Make it a 2v5. Make it a 1v5. And make it an 0-4-5 later on kasi si Coffee naghihingalo na din.
Oh no. Errors muli para dito sa Falcons. Alam mo yung problema sa kanila, para silang bilyar, para silang mga bola na bilyar na sinargo. Hiwa-hiwalay sila masyado doon and they cannot afford that. And now another jump. They will definitely take a kill on this one. Pero hindi, mas pinuho sila yung sa kanan. Kasi sino nga naman dedepensa doon sa Valentina? Wala na sa ngayon. That show might be alive for now. Susubukan ni Arnott gawin na kanyang makaya. Uy, lumalaban.
Gumagalawang movements pero wala talaga. It seems like that is it unless